Well, good evening, Giants fans and Krug fans. This is Dan Coccimilgio, and that person you see there to the right on the screen is Eric, better known in the chat as Romo.
Yeah.
Romo is a member of the Krug Show, and one of the benefits of being a member is kind of a guest host now and then. So we're going to have Romo join us as Larry is off tonight and Ryan is at a wedding and maybe joining us from Southern California tonight. We'll see how the rest of his evening is going, but I was just chatting with him briefly and he may be coming into the room. But we're going to talk a little Giants baseball for a while tonight. A frustrating loss again. Giants make a late rally in the ninth, which has been really typical of this club. Do nothing for the first 6-7 innings, and then all of a sudden the bats start to wake up and they tease you and they lose 4-2 on a horrible called strike three by the home plate umpire that was inside. And it was a little too close to take, but it was definitely a ball. And, and my frustration with that is where's Kapler? Just come out and just show some emotion. Come out and yell at the ump, get in his face and say, you took a ball game away from us. We're trying to make, whatever you got to say, show some passion, have a little bit of just, I think the players on this team know that Gabe's not going to say a word. And so there's no fight. I mean, they show some fight in the sense that they make a comeback, but you don't see any real, passion guys like the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are, and Dave Roberts, you'll see Dave Roberts yell at the umpires all the time.
Yeah, he was barking at the bottom of the eighth.
Yeah. Or an Aaron Boone who'll come out and chew the ump out and get thrown out. I mean, Bochy wouldn't take that. He would yell something from the bench all the time.
Throw his hat.
Kapler doesn't have any passion to back up any of his players, and it shows on the club. The club looks defeated. They look lifeless, and they just, they make a comeback, and what the heck? But let's thank MF right away, right at the top here. $4.99 donation. Thank you, MF, for that. Says, gonna listen to the Krug Show with my dad instead of the Giants radio station on the way home from the game. Let's get after it. Well, thanks, MF, and we're going to get after it for sure because this is a pattern that we're seeing over and over and over again. The best teams in baseball, what they do is they put the same lineup out there day after day. Occasionally, guys will get a rest, get an off day, but for the most part, it's the same 8-9 guys in the lineup day after day. The Giants, there's no consistency. They can't get anything. VR has been on the bench for the last few days.
Sure.
And he comes in, hasn't had an at-bat much for a while, and he comes in against a tough Julio Urias and takes 3 pitches for strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, as Mike Kruko says, good morning, good afternoon, good night, grab some pine meat. That was an awful at-bat. But again, can you blame a guy who's facing a savvy veteran, one of the better pitchers in baseball? He hasn't seen him. Let him play early on. Let him get some at-bats to face this guy. But no, they keep playing Longoria, and Longoria just played himself out of the lineup again by getting injured, running down the first baseline to try and stay out of a double play, and he gets a slight hamstring strain. Evan Longoria has been a great ball player. He's had a great career, but it's time. Time has passed him by. Father Time has passed him by. He's 36, 37 years old. He's been on the IL more than he's been active for the last 2 years.
And he's even stated that this is going to be his last year.
Yeah, I heard him talking about that. Most likely it's going to be his last year because the Giants will buy him out for $5 million. They're not going to pay him $13 million next year. That would be foolish. and it's time to start playing young guys or making trades. Go after Aguilar with the Yankees. He wants out. You can have him for something. Wouldn't take a lot to go out and get an Aguilar, put him at third base. If you want to put Estrada, you want to play VR and put him at second base, or put Aguilar out in left field, keep Estrada at second base. There's things the Giants could be doing, and it's time that they start either making moves to bring up their young guys, or go for it, make some good trades, try and go out and make a big deal. Luis Castillo's available. I was reading today in The Athletic that Jim Bowden, former general manager of the Cincinnati Reds, he put some trades together, and there's a talk of maybe just a straight Ramos for Castillo. Could that be done? And hey, if you're going to do that and go for it, and you have three great pitchers, Castillo, Webb, and Rodon, go for it. If you're not going to do any of that stuff, it's time to go ahead and sell and trade Rodon and get a top prospect in here, as I've mentioned before. Marte, the shortstop, would be a great find for the Mariners, or somebody like that. It's you can't run a major league team with fringe players. It's going to catch up with you. And Romo, I mean, I like a lot of these guys, but you look at the signings. I mean, Yaz was the big signing, and everybody thought Yaz was the guy. Larry mentioned a few years ago, would you a trade to trade Yaz for Aaron Judge?
Right.
And Mark Willard said, no way. I think he'd change his tune at this point today. I mean, Yaz is pretty much a 220 to 240 hitter.
Right. And they're all platoon. And that's the most difficult. I was kind of talking to you about this earlier. You look at these lineups before the game starts, and you're just like, wow, look at the difference between what the Giants are putting out and what the Dodgers are. And it's almost like there shouldn't be any excuse, especially with the financial wherewithal that the Giants have. It's like, come on, let's put something a little bit better out there on the field than what's going on. I mean, the top three of the Dodgers are it's incredible.
Oh, their top three are Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers. You've got Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, and Freddie Freeman. If those guys continue the trajectory of their careers for the next several years, they're all going to be in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's an incredible lineup. And then Will Smith, who bats fourth, is a tremendous hitter himself and really good catcher. So let's get to some of the comment lines here. Let's see, Robert. Where did that go here? Come on. Did I get that in there? There we go. Kapler is really not managing the team very well. Well, I think that's an understatement at this point. He's doing his best, but obviously he's dealing with what he's been dealt, and he doesn't have the tools, but he is mismanaging the club, in my opinion. It's not something that is and no one knows what they're going to be doing day to day. Right. And it's I
mean, it really shows that 2021, I mean, Posey, I think, was it wasn't just his play on the field, but I think his presence in the clubhouse and his leadership really was the key point in last year's run. I really do. I don't think it had anything to do with Kapler. I mean, I've even heard saying that I think it was Bill Lasky a few weeks ago saying he just stays in his office. He just lets the clubhouse, police their own. And, that might work when you have someone like Posey, but it's just, you got to show some type of leadership.
Oh yeah. The leadership on this club is really lacking. I read an article today. Let me pull it up. It was written by, let me find it here. Pretty good article in the, let's see if I got it right here. Well, hold on one sec. Larry says he'll be back eventually. Got to let Dan stretch his legs tonight running the show. Yeah. Larry needs some rest, man. He's been working like a dog, man. He's been working at 95.7 The Game and running around and doing several shows here a day on the Krueg Show channel.
I mean, the Giants post game alone is going to take a lot out of you.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the article from Andrew Baggerly from The Athletic. The headline read, Brandon Belt didn't like being lifted with the game on the line last night. So Baggerly interviewed Belt, said Brandon Belt did not reach base. He did not reach the batter's box. I'm just reading parts of it. Giants manager Gabe Kapler sent up pinch hitter David Villar, who was appearing in his 14th major league game. Kapler chose the right-handed matchup versus Dodgers left-hander Alex Vesia. The numbers were undeniable. Vesia is one of the better lefty neutralizers in the league, but no great shakes against right-handed hitters. Belt was hitting 147 in a very small sample, only 34 bats.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. Play your guys. Let them get used to seeing lefties every day. And guys
Belt
will
was
come
going
around.
against Tyler Anderson. He was already facing a lefty all night.
So anyway, he gets pulled. Belt, who's had a decade-long track record of taking at-bats in situations far more critical than a tie ball game in late July, he has a decade-long track record of slowing his heartbeat in clutch moments, of working a measured plate appearance, of knowing the strike zone better than the umpire standing behind him. He once circled the bases to win a playoff game in the 18th inning at Nationals Park. I was mentioning this stuff last night, exactly. He once hit a triple in a World Series clincher in Detroit. When the Giants played the ultimate pressure test, a World Series Game 7 in Kansas City, Belt went 2 for 4. Those are factors to consider as well, especially when the best available alternative is someone working on his second week in the big leagues. Belt wasn't happy. The article goes on to say, Belt, he played the company line and said, I understand it, all this. But he was ticked off.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, even Larry was talking about that yesterday in the stream, that the at-bats kind of proved his body language, his at-bats. It really showed. It was telling as far as, where his mind is as far as his role on the team in certain situations, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it can be very, very frustrating to watch that. But let's. I'm reading here through the comments. Mercedes, will it be steak or chicken completes tonight? I don't know yet. Haven't decided which one I want to barf up after watching this game here. Nick J says, get the brooms out. Let's see. What are we doing here? Come on. There we go. Get the brooms out. Giants have no life. Wow. Oh, we got another donation here. I'm buying you dinner tonight, Dan. Completes on me. Great night. I love it. Buying dinner tonight. Yes. Thanks for the donation, Giants Niners fan. $5. He says he's going to buy dinner tonight. Hey, that's 2 dinners, though. They're only $2.35 a piece. So, yeah. What else we got here? Let's see. Hey, Ryan is at a wedding tonight in his, let's see, what's he just texted me. He's sitting next to Ryan Russillo's agent at the wedding. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And that's awesome. So
Ryan's hobnobbing.
Yeah. What else do we got in the comments? Romo's, let's see. I love the Dodgers says Dan and Romo post game. Yeah. For a little while, we're doing that tonight. Yeah. Rebel 444 says, I don't blame Kapler for baseball moves. I don't think he even makes the baseball moves. Let's see. Wait, I don't blame Kapler for baseball moves. I don't think he even makes the baseball moves. I do blame Kapler for making it seem he's not managing the human side of the players, though. Okay.
And I think that's where Bochy shines, because he knew how to handle people. Don't get me wrong, he understood the game like the back of his hand, but he was able to do both. He understood the game and he understood how he had to talk to his players. And I think that's where Kapler is really failing. I agree that Kapler's doing with what he's got, but I mean, is he standing on Farhan's desk saying, "Hey, man, these are the kind of players I need. The stuff I'm getting right now is garbage, and something else needs to happen here."
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening.
So I'm going through some of the comments here. Here's Manny Machado says the Giants are not going to trade Rodon. They still want to sell tickets. They will make some minor trades. There's no way they're catching the Dodgers. Well, that goes without saying. What are they? 16, 15, 16 and a half out, something like that. What are they now? Let's see. They're 15 and a half out, and there'll be 16 and a half after tomorrow. Coming into this series, I was hoping, Romo, just help them I'm hoping the Giants can get a split out of this. That would be 2-2 would be like a major victory for them. Now they got to just hope they can avoid a 4-game sweep. And that's not a way to start the second half after closing the first half with a 7-2 record. And a couple of those wins were great wins. Some comebacks, some unbelievable wins, 6 runs in the 9th against Milwaukee with the Yaz walk-off grand slam, the comeback against Arizona after they were down 3-0, the Rodon complete game 3-1 victory with 12 strikeouts, a couple of 12-0 win and a 13-0 win. They were playing the best ball probably of their year of the season, and then the All-Star break comes.
Yep, that break was at a bad time.
And the lineups get all tweaked out. He starts the first game of the season off, or the second half, with Austin Wins at catcher instead of Joey Bart. It's just playing with the lineup that it just doesn't make sense, some of these moves. So you get back to the roster, and you look at this roster. I was talking about it. You've got guys that just go around the whole tonight's starting lineup. Let's look at it. Pull up the starting lineup, and let me just pull up the box score here. One sec while I load this. Okay, here we go. So we got Slater. I like Slater. Yep. Is he a star player? No, he's a serviceable guy that on this team should probably be playing every day.
He got on base.
Wilmer Flores batting second. He's a utility guy. He's a guy that you can count on for some good pinch hits, some spot starts.
Yep.
But not an everyday starter.
No.
Darren Ruff, a 36-year-old guy who's not an everyday starter, who has a role. Longoria, a guy that's past his prime and once was an all-star and now doesn't have much left in the tank.
Yeah.
Too injury prone. David Villar takes his place. Let's see what he's got. We don't know, but he's an 11th round draft pick, and he might just be kind of one of those type of guys that's a role player. Jock Peterson pinch hit. Jock is probably he's their star, but he's not a superstar.
No.
Okay, he's a good baseball player who should be playing more often. Just let him play. See what he does. Brandon Belt, he's had a good career. Not a superstar, but above average. Tyro Estrada, I think he's an above average everyday player. Then you got Mercedes. He's just not much. Gonzalez, he went 2 for 4 today.
Yeah.
And last night he hit a double off the wall.
Yep.
So he's the guy that looks to me like the purest hitter in the organization on the 26-man roster. Should be playing every day. Just let him play. He's got speed. He gives you, 1 to 2 good at-bats every game. And then Joey Bart. And you got to see what he can do. He's possibly your guy that you can hopefully build around someday, but we're not going to know it unless we continue to see him play. And he needs to play every day, whether it's on this club or it's Sacramento. So this is.
And he should have started that game 1, honestly, because Wins had that pass ball, and then he had that throwing error out in the center field, and that's what started a rally for the Dodgers in that first game. And I think if Bart, it's 50-50 what he would do at the bat, but he's really good behind the plate. So I mean, that could have really been a turning point as far as game 1. But Wins out there.
You don't start a journeyman catcher after a 3-day break. I mean, right. You start him after Bart is played a night game and it's a day game and Bart needs a rest. I mean, that to me was one of the more brain dead decisions I've seen. And there's been a lot of them in my opinion. So I'm going through the chat here. One person, I can't find it because we've got so many in the chat right now, but somebody said that did Larry get traded? I was trying to find it and put that up there. Yeah, we traded Larry, and we are bringing back Michael Papierski because he can bat right-handed or left-handed.
Yeah, he's a switch hitter.
And Larry can only go one way. Larry can only bat from the right side. So we think that Papierski provides us a better future. So Larry has been dealt. There it is. It was Manny Machado. Did Kruger get traded? Yep. Larry is now a member of another organization. Now Larry's just taken the night off. He's, as I said, he's pretty wiped out, and he needs time out. He'll be back tomorrow though. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with some positive news with the Giants pulling off
Kershaw.
A win, but it's not looking really good. And we kind of saw this after last night. Their best 2 chances were Thursday night with Rodon and last night with Webb. Let's see. I'm looking to see if we've got any more. Giants Niner fan says if we traded Larry, we're definitely getting Soto. Yeah, Larry, we that was the hang up. That's been the hang up with the deal right now is that they're wanting Larry in the deal, and Farhan said no. Not going to give you Larry or Von Brown. So it's
Kruger.
So it's only going to be we're going with he's willing to let Harrison and Luciano and Bednar go, and even Ramos. But when it came to Kruger and Von Brown, that's what's holding this deal up for Juan Soto right now.
And speaking of Harrison, did you see he struck out 9 in 3 innings?
What?
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't get a chance to read it, but there was an article saying he struck out 9 in 3 innings.
Struck out 9?
Yeah.
Did he strike out all 9, or did anybody get on?
I saw it was on the article. It said something about Harrison strikes out 9 in 3 innings. So
let me see if I can pull that up in the maybe I can pull that up in the
I think I was looking like
Giants news here. Let's see. Sometimes let's see if they've got any. Yeah, here it is. I got it right here. Let's read this. Harrison throws 3 hitless innings in 3rd consecutive solid outing of the month. Wait a minute. Is that the one? No. Yeah. Harrison fans 9 in 3 hitless innings. Oh my goodness. The Giants' number 2 prospect has been dealing this month as he allowed a 0.82 ERA in his 2 previous outings. The 20-year-old continued that trend, striking out 9 while throwing 3 hitless innings in AA Richmond's game against Bowie. The lefty walked the leadoff hitter, then locked down the rest of the way as he fanned the other 9 batters he faced. He threw 47 pitches, 31 strikes in his start,
Wow.
Harrison lowered his ERA to 2.98 and brought his K tally to 128 in 74 in the third innings. I'm telling you,
incredible.
This is a guy you either put in a deal and use those stats and those performances, and you tell the Nationals, hey, you're getting the best left-handed pitcher in baseball in the minor leagues.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, you take this or leave it. Otherwise, we're going to be promoting this guy to the big league club at some point this year. You might have Kyle Harrison, folks, if the Giants somehow are hanging on and in this wild card race in September, you could see a Kyle Harrison. He's got nasty stuff, and he'll definitely be up at, if not this year, and he stays in the Giants organization, he will definitely be up next year at some point. So, so we've been going here for about 26 minutes here, and let's see. Nick J. What does Nick J. say? Sign him to extension right now. 10 years, 40 million. Laughing out loud. Yes, before he throws his first pitch. So, and Nick J. also says, the Krueg show says, seriously, Larry is at a yeah, we couldn't announce that too much. He's at a sausage convention tonight. And so Larry will be joining us once he gets back from the big sausage connection.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner.
So that's really where Larry's at. Larry's at the sausage convention trying to see, and I think we have another comment about Larry and the sausage. Nick J says, is Larry letting his sausage play? No, Gabe's platooning him. Gabe's platooning Larry's sausage tonight, so we so who do we got? Hey, it's Rye.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Hey, Rye, we just heard where Larry's at tonight.
Where is he?
He's at a sausage convention.
Wait, you guys got to check out the sunglass tan I have going on.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I fell asleep. By the
in
pool.
the sun.
What's up, Romo?
Hey, how's it going?
So so Larry's at a sausage convention. Krueg, and Nick J says, "Is Larry is letting his sausage play?" And I told him no. Kapler's platooning him. So how's the wedding?
Oh well, it's still like fully like dinner just got served. But I was like, okay, you know what? I'll pull the old. I got to go to the bathroom and hop on for at least 5 minutes.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
where are you at in
SoCal?
You in SoCal?
I'm in Camarillo, so it's like
near Santa Barbara, kind of.
Yeah, it's like halfway between like Thousand Oaks and Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
But God, I gotta say, I honestly, and it's sad that I'm still feeling this way, but I had a lot of hope. Once Bart got that hit, I thought it was happening. I thought we were coming back.
Like Slater's gonna hit a 3-run homer.
Like or at least get walked and like.
Honestly, Slater was the only one that would have done anything.
I know. That was the only thing I was like, did Slater use all his Slater magic by already getting a couple hits? But I mean, that was a horseshit call through, like strike 3.
Oh, that was awful. And where was Kapler? Why doesn't Kapler just come out, even just show some life that, for tomorrow, just come running out and do something with the ump, kick some dirt on him, whatever, to go out and, show him where the ball was, inside and do something out of character to show your club that you're in this with them and that you got their back and that you're ticked off.
Has he been kicked out one time as a
I
Giants
haven't seen
pitcher?
it. I haven't seen him
so.
even come out I haven't even seen him come out and yell. He just comes out and talks calmly.
Well, I'm worried that he thinks that, like, oh, well, if he gets thrown out of the game, then, you know, everyone will realize that nothing changes. It's all just
exactly.
Well, it's funny. Speaking of Slater, he gets that leadoff double, and he can't even get him in.
This was this was a total like outclassing. Like it was just, you know, Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, freaking Freddie Freeman hitting bombs.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and then I do appreciate Alex Wood. I kind of love Alex Wood actually. I just feel like he's so fiery.
Yeah. It's where'd you go, Rye? Did we lose you?
Oh, wait, 1 sec. Okay, I'm back.
There we go.
No. I don't know. I mean, Alex Wood didn't have his best outing, but still, I just love his fire. It's just really, really demoralizing that, you know, we started off with Webb and Rodon, and then, you know, they had like they had Kershaw and they had what's his face pitch in the All-Star game get rocked, and then it just doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. I was right before you came on, right? I said they're playing their best ball right for the break. 7-2, 2 great comebacks, the grand slam by Yaz, the comeback down 3-0 against Arizona Wednesday afternoon, the 12-0 win, the 13-0 win, started off by the Rodon 3-1 complete game, 12-game strikeout, and dang. And then they come out of the break and they look deader than a doornail. They look defeated, they sloppy, and just so frustrating.
Rebel 444. I wasn't able to see that, but that sounds about right. Like Wood going straight to Rodon.
Yeah,
it does feel like there's a divide, and honestly, there's a chance that it could be it's not a long-term play by a manager, but there is a chance that there's a little bit of like, you know, Jordan Bulls thing that could go on where, you know, the team is kind of anti-Kapler, and that almost brings them together.
That would be
in their dislike of Kapler.
Carlo P says Larry is with Mr. Pasquale.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner. That means no matter how busy you were, no matter where the hell you were.
That's where Larry's at right now at the Pasquale Sausage Convention. Where's that being held this year? Is that down in? Is that anywhere near you, or is that down at Pebble Beach?
I think it's in San Jose. It's at like a San Jose country club.
No, I think tonight though the convention, the pre-convention, aren't they at Pebble Beach or something?
Wait, okay, so I'm a little bit lost. I can't tell if you're messing with me with an inside joke.
I'm just messing with you.
Like, is Larry actually at some sort of sausage festival?
No.
Or it's just a bunch of...
Hey, Ryan, I was talking about just before you came on. Did you hear about Kyle Harrison?
Yeah.
No.
Check this out. He pitched 3 innings. He walked the first guy, and he struck out the next 9 in Double-A. Yes.
Bring him up.
Yes.
Bring him up. What's it going to hurt?
That's what I you know what I said? I said, this is the guy, if you're Farhan, you call Rizzo of the Nats, and you say, look, I got the best left-handed pitcher in minor league baseball. You want this deal to get done? Let's get it done. If not, I'm promoting him. Yeah. He'll be my number 1 ace. You know, use this. I mean,
absolutely.
He's 9 strikeouts in a row. 3. I mean, he faced 10 guys, walked 1, and the other 9 struck out.
Oh, I mean,
I think he was ranked 25th in all MLB prospects. So I mean, that's huge. And who knows? His numbers are probably going to go up just because of what he's doing. Hey, what is it? 170 strikeouts or something, or 140 strikeouts and 70.
Oh yeah, listen to these numbers, Rye. He's pitched. He's got 128 strikeouts in 74 1/3 innings.
That's not. I mean, just bring.
That's close to 2 Ks an inning.
Yeah.
I'm honestly a little bit worried that like his arm. I mean, I know a lot of comparisons to Bumgarner. I feel like he is not he's got like that kind of red flag potential of where maybe he kind of almost peaks earlier in his career. And so I just say get him up here. We get like, who cares? Like if he's if he gets shelled, bring him back down. But like, let's bring him up.
Here's what I was saying: if he doesn't get traded, if he's not in a major deal for the Giants getting a superstar, because you don't trade that guy for nothing unless you're getting a Soto. But if you keep him, and the Giants are in the race in September to try and make it into the wild card, you might see Kyle Harrison come up in September. But you're definitely going to see him at some point next year if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
So, hey, I want to just let everybody know that about our membership to join. Yeah. Romo is a member.
Oh, and he's beyond a member.
Yeah, and so one of the member perks.
An owner.
Yeah, one of the member perks is when when we got nights like this. The Giants do it with their broadcast booth. They'll have Hank Greenwald's son come up and do a game or something like that, or the guy that does the San Jose Giants might get promoted up to the as a fill-in, and so sometimes
Romo's our Kyle Harrison.
Yeah, we're bringing him in. So let me tell you a little bit about the membership, guys. Yeah, I want you guys to hear this about joining. I know you guys got to hit like and subscribe, but also become an exclusive member. All right. Yeah. So become a member, and you too might have your face in one of these boxes.
Oh, seriously. So, plus also just the exclusive Niner content we're about to get.
Oh, that's coming. Again, yeah.
Our deal's not quite fully. I mean, it's inked with a wink, but it's not fully inked. But once it's inked, we can really start to tell you guys it's going to get insane. Like, we're going to get insane interviews.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
wow.
It will. You'll definitely want to be a member for that. And also donations. We're always open for donations. We love your donations. So Larry told me if I didn't raise
$2, we're gonna see.
Yeah, Larry told me if I didn't raise $50, I'm off the show permanently. So I need you guys to help me show Larry that I can carry my weight when he takes a night off. Otherwise, I'm getting canned, everybody. And maybe you want me to get canned, and so you're not going to donate. But if, come on, bring in some donations. A $5 here, a $10 here, $25 or $150 will do it.
You're going to have to bring out completes.
What's that? The completes? Yeah, I got to get the completes out. Let me get the completes out. That always helps.
Okay. Wait, Dan. Before you go, I do have to get back because dinner was just served, and I don't want to be too disrespectful.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But rock on.
All right. Hey, enjoy your dinner and say hello to Russillo for me.
Okay, I will.
Russillo's agent. All right.
That was cool.
The great Ryan Smith there, everybody, down in Camarillo. Been through there. Beautiful area right off the ocean. I wonder if he's got some ocean view there at the reception. So Rebel 4 says, no, Dan, go with cereal today. Take a break from the chicken ass. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should do some cereal. Yeah.
Some kashi.
Yeah. So, yeah, Dan, Jerry Lewis. Yeah, please donate. This is the Jerry Lewis telethon here. Hey, Graves, guess what? I got control of the panels tonight. So the Giants are bringing back Mauricio Dubon, I believe. And see if you can get me to mute myself, Mark. Mauricio Dubon, the great Mauricio Dubon. Yeah, things kind of started to fall apart once they did trade Dubon, though. They were actually Romo has a small screen. I love the Dodgers, says Romo. Yeah, Romo has a small screen because he's using his phone. This was a last minute kind of a bringing him on.
Squad.
Yeah, so the taxi squad. He was on the taxi squad tonight, and Longoria went down with another injury, and so we had to promote Romo, and he's still wearing his River Cats uniform. So, so Mark Graves says goodbye. Oh, come on, Graves. You can't say goodbye. I mean, hey, Graves, I'm going to bring you on the next time. You can become Graves is a member, so we got to get Graves number here in the back room in the green room.
Next time Larry goes on assignment.
Yeah, next time Larry's at another sausage convention, then we will have to bring in the great Mark Graves from Goodyear. Is that right, Mark? Goodyear, Arizona? I believe that's where Mark is at in Goodyear, which is not far from me at all. About 15
Not too
minutes.
far. Yeah, down to 101, right? Is that what it was? The 101?
Yeah, 101 to the 10. Maybe he's off Indian school or something down there.
I remember when I was stationed at Luke, 101 was like not even like it is now. It was like just like a 2-lane road.
Yeah. So, the Krueg show says, I'm a little cocky since the mute button is out of reach. You're darn right I'm cocky tonight. I got control of these switches, and I can end this broadcast at any moment. All I got to do is click bingo, and nobody can mute me. Yeah, Mark says he's in Goodyear. So, hey, I love the Dodgers. Dan, your thoughts on the upcoming schedule on the Giants? You want me to talk about the Giants? This is from I Love the Dodgers. I think we're going to need $2 if you want those. We need a couple dollars to come in, and if you want me to talk about their upcoming schedule. No, I'm serious. I'm kidding. Here, let me look at their upcoming schedule here.
They got the Diamondbacks right after.
Yeah, they got the Diamondbacks here in Arizona coming on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then they come home for 8 games, 4 against the Cubs, including Saturday, July 30th, which will be Will Clark Day. If you haven't got tickets for that and you want to go see something good, go out and see that. The tickets are selling pretty fast, but the Cubs will be in after next Thursday. So they don't have a day off until August 5th. So they've got, with the Dodgers tomorrow, they've got 12 straight games before they have another day off. But here's how their schedule looks the rest of the month. They've got the Dodgers tomorrow. Then they've got Arizona for 3, the Cubs for 4 at home, and then the Dodgers for 4 at home. Then they go across the Bay Bridge and play the A's for 2 on Saturday, August 6th, and Sunday, August 7th. And then they go to San Diego for 3, and then they're back home, 3 with Pittsburgh and 4 with Arizona, then 3 with Colorado, a couple with Detroit. So it's a chance for the Giants. If they're going to do anything, it starts Monday. I think they're probably going to get swept tomorrow. And they've got 7 games before they face the Dodgers again. And in my opinion, they're going to have to win a minimum of 5 of those to really turn this thing around. They're going to have to win 2 or 3 against Arizona and 3 or 4 against Chicago. So, and if they, don't do that, if they go 4-3 or 3-4, then it's time to not only sell Rodon, but I would probably, if you're not going to sign Jock for the future, go ahead and trade Jock, trade Wilmer. So there's 3 guys that can help a club. And I don't know if anybody would want Yaz if you can get a pennant contender. Maybe somebody goes down, an outfielder goes down, and they're looking for somebody like a Yaz that can fill in. Belt would be another guy that a team might want. But, if this team is not going to turn this around, and I personally think Kapler's there should be talk about if Kapler can't get this club turned around before the trade deadline, Kapler, there should be rumblings about his job. I'm serious. This is a team that looks flat, and they're reflecting the attitude of the manager.
Yeah.
The manager's low key. He shows no emotion. Guys get 3-0 counts with a ball that's clearly low. There's no, yelling at the ump. Bad call to end the game tonight. Nothing. Last night, batter calls timeout, turns his head, calls timeout, not granted, takes a strike. Nothing from Kapler.
Nothing.
You're not going to get much at all from Kapler if you can't get anything out of those situations. I mean, if you're going to take a called strike 3 when your team is rallying after being down 4-0 and you got the tying runners on base, the go-ahead run at the plate.
Yep.
And he takes a called strike 3 to end the game that's clearly inside. And the guy, and you don't even see Kapler come out and let the ump have it. Who cares if he gets thrown out for tomorrow even? I mean, whatever. The game's over. But, show some emotion. Now you're going to walk into that dugout and say, what? Good job, guys. Great comeback. Let's go get him tomorrow.
Yep.
Jeez.
There's an interesting stat going back to towards the end of the game. Sam Long comes in, and imagine that. Throw Bellinger a heater, and you're able to strike him out. It's like, where was that last night?
Yeah.
But anyways, John Miller was saying last year, Sam Long, the batting average against left-handed hitters against Long was like 160. This year it's 460. But righties are only hitting like 140 something off of them. It's really weird.
Yeah, it is strange. Jock and Rodon to the Yankees for Velope. He's a good player, Velope. Yeah, I believe he's a shortstop. And Dominguez and LaCastro. Yeah, that would be LaCastro.
You know what? And the Yankees are looking for outfield help because they're talking about getting Benintendi.
Yeah.
I think they'd rather take Jock, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but Benintendi's a better hitter than Jock in the sense that he can play every day and hit you 300 and plays a better defense. But Jock gives you more power.
Porch.
Jock gives you more power. We were talking about the Giants' schedule, and Clarence Beeks says 10-game win streak coming right up.
Oh, please.
Hey,
remember we said that last time when that easy part of the schedule was coming.
Yeah, and they went to what?
2-7 or something like that.
No, it was 11 games, and they went 3-8.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. So I think that. Oh, Mark Graves at the end of Estrella Parkway says in the chat. I know where that is, Mark. Yeah. So you're about 20 minutes from here. So Rod Dunham says Giants confirmed strained right hamstring for Evan Longoria. Yep. So so anyway, we're going to be back on tomorrow as well, obviously, right after the Giants game. The Giants play the Dodgers tomorrow at 1:10.
Yep.
So we'll probably come on tomorrow about 4:30 is somewhere in there. And Larry and Ryan should be back as well. So, Romo, what do you got? What do you think the Giants really should do, though? I mean, do you think they should be buyers or sellers? Or do you think they should just stand pat?
That's difficult. The part that I have trouble with is Rodon because he's got that opt out, and his agent is Boris, and he's going to walk. There's no doubt about that. He's going to walk. And then it's like the Giants. I mean, you still got a little bit of ways till August 2nd. I mean, what are they going to do between now? I mean, they're not looking good right now, but baseball's kind of funny because you could turn around and get a win streak, and then all of a sudden you're back in it again.
It is funny. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 games before the trade deadline. The trade deadline is 3:00 Eastern, I believe, on August 2nd. So they play the Dodgers Monday the 8th. So they've got 2 with the Dodgers, 3 with Arizona, and 4 with Chicago before they, the drop dead deadline on the 2nd. So the next 9 games, that's it. They've got 9 games. Now, to me, if you're going to look for a Juan Soto, I'm not even thinking about just this year. I'm thinking
yes,
for the next year and the next year, and hopefully signing him. So I don't wait till August 2nd if Washington's ready to deal.
I think Soto is a special case. I think getting Soto isn't necessarily like a trade deadline, your classic trade deadline. This is a unique opportunity to pick up a 23-year-old who is, I mean, he's a generational type player. I mean, this is a guy that you could build your club around. So it's almost like an off-season acquisition when you get Soto. So I'm not going to, whether the Giants are sucking or they're doing good in these next few games, I think you should still try to get Soto and work around him. But as far as the other pieces, that's going to determine. I mean, we're going to have to, like I said, I would hate to give up Rodon and see him walk without getting anything when he's valuable, and we'll have to just see how it all plays out.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'm not sure when this game was of Kyle Harrison, if this was today or last night, him striking out 9.
Yeah, that's
but
huge.
If I'm Farhan, I'm on the phone right now with Mike Rizzo, the general manager of the Nats, before Harrison pitches his next start.
Mm-hmm.
And I am showing him the film. and I'm saying, look at this guy. This, this is, it's going to be, he's to me, him and Luciano are 2 guys that are as good of any two in a package for a team of any team's prospects.
And I
those
bet you
2 guys
probably had a scout there. I bet you the Nationals had a scout there.
If they saw that, they may be, Kyle Harrison may have just pitched himself out of his the Bay Area team.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. We've got some in the Kyle Harrison pitched today. Okay, so this is the type of move that you move fast on. You do not wait for you get in front of the line. Okay.
So would you think that Harrison is probably the top prospect out of all the teams, you think, right now? As far as
he's rated the number 1 left-hander in all of minor league baseball.
Well, there you go.
A, AA, AAA, low A. He's the number 1 left-handed pitcher in all of minor league baseball.
So would you
you take that?
With all the teams trying to get Soto, that's probably the top prospect that the Nationals could get, I would think, out of all the teams. I'm not sure.
Let's look at what wins championships. It's pitching.
Yeah.
Okay. You have the horses. The Nats won the World Series in 2019 because of Max Scherzer and Steven Strasburg and Patrick Corbin.
Yep.
They had 3 guys that were able to deal. And they had a 4th guy that was a pretty good pitcher. I'm trying to remember who that was.
It was the guy that pitches for the Dodgers now. He's hurt. He's a reliever. He's the one that closed it down for him. I can't. Hudson. Daniel Hudson.
Yeah, Daniel Hudson was one, but they had another starter as well that was in there. So, I mean, if after a performance like this today of Kyle Harrison facing 10 batters and 9 of them striking out the 9, it's interesting that he only pitched 3 innings. I'm wondering if there's something to that, because he generally goes longer. I wonder if there was something possibly
You know what?
happening with a Nationals scout.
That's
like
what
you
I'm
said.
saying. I wonder if it was a showcase. I wonder if the Nationals said, "Hey, we want to see this guy pitch a few innings," and maybe
And
he
they
was
saw enough and said, "Get him out before he does."
And that could have been maybe he was pitching on short rest. I don't know. And he's like, okay, maybe he could give us a few innings, and then say, all right, here we go. This is what he can do.
Yeah. So I mean, Frisco Willie. I don't know if that's true or not. The long layoff. He did pitch in the Futures game. Didn't do too well.
Yeah.
Gave up 2 long bombs there, but maybe they're just trying to build him back up and not overwork him. He did throw 47 pitches in that outing, so not a lot of pitches for a guy who's probably built up enough to go 90 to 100, I'm sure. So but the Giants may be just watching him. I mean, they may not want to push him after that because maybe they want to say, hey, look, this is what this guy's capable of. I mean, he struck out 100 and what did I say it was?
120 something, 128, I think, or something.
I'm trying to find okay, here it is. Yeah, he struck out 128 in 74 innings.
That's incredible.
So he's not throwing a ton of innings right now. So, they may be watching his innings, but this is a guy that is a top of the rotation talent. Those guys are hard to find. I mean, the Giants really only have from their system was Logan Webb, which was developed from the previous regime. So, Farhan, this is Farhan's guy. In fact, this is probably Farhan's most creative, and he is very creative. This is one of his more creative moves. He drafted him in the third round.
Yeah.
But to do that, he drafted was that the 2020 draft?
That's when he got Bednar and Mikulski or something.
No, right? I don't think it was. Was it?
I thought it was those two. I thought Bednar was number 1, right? Or was it Mikulski? I can't remember.
No, Mikulski was 2. Bednar was 1. But was that the same draft? I thought it was a different.
Was the same one.
I thought it was the. Let me look it up here. 2020 MLB draft, because what he did is whoever he got in the first 2 rounds, he paid him under slot because Kyle Harrison was committed going to UCLA. And this is why he wasn't drafted in the first round by other teams, because nobody thought they could sign him. So what Farhan did is he drafted guys that would take a lower slot value and took that money that he saved by not paying them their slot value. And he transferred that to be able to give it to Harrison, and he paid him, because the way MLB works is it's different than the NFL, where each drafts round has a slot, and that's what you pay him.
You pay.
In MLB, you get a pool of money, and you can spend it however you want.
You want. Gotcha.
You can give it a ton to the first pick, or you could save money and give it to your 5th pick. So this is what he did, and to me, it was one of the best moves he made, and I think this is his baby. So MF says, well, we got a donation again from MF, $4.99. Thank you, MF. Says, I was at the game early today watching warm-ups. The coaches were messing around a lot, and the lack of focus was very noticeable. I'm absolutely sick. Well, thanks for the donation there, MF. Baseball is a loose sport before the game. It's a camaraderie. It's kind of a team deal out there where everybody, mingles together. Jock was mingling with the Dodger players yesterday before the game, and then after during BP, Kapler went over and was talking with Andrew Friedman, his former boss with the Dodgers. So it's the fans are the ones that create the rivalries. That they're the ones, fans can't stand the Dodgers, and the Dodger fan can't stand the Giants, but the players, they kind of they get along pretty well. Yeah, Frisco Willie says Bednar was 21. That's what I thought. The 2020 draft, here it is. Okay.
I remember 2020. Yeah, I'm off.
We had Spencer Torkelson went number 1 from Arizona State. He's from Petaluma, went to the Tigers. Let me see. The Giants selected. Where were they in the first round? I see Casey Schmidt, their first pitch. Oh, Patrick Bailey. Yeah. Then they went Schmidt, and then they went Nick Sweeney, their third pick, and then they went with I think it was Harrison. Let me find it here. Come on. Yeah. No, wait. Hold on here. They did RJ Dabovich in that draft as well. So there's a guy. Yeah. So in the third round, I know Harrison was a third round pick. I'm just trying to. Now let's see. They went Nick Sweeney and then Jimmy Glowinky in the second round. So they had 2 second-round picks. Jimmy Glowinky's a shortstop. I think he's at high A as well. And then, 85th pick in the third round, Kyle Harrison. So the Giants had 3 or 4 picks before Harrison. So this was a brilliant move by Farhan. Yeah. And, that's his baby. Luciano is an international signing, but a lot of these signings that the Giants, other guys have, are going to take a while to move up. I mean, your Patrick Bailey, who's not hitting well down at high A. Casey Schmidt's doing pretty good. Glowinky's not doing much. Nick Sweeney, I'm not sure how he's doing. He's and they've got some other pitchers. Pitchers move a lot faster than hitters. And you're going to see, if the Giants hang on to Harrison will be up next year, possibly the end of this year. You'll see Bednar probably coming up sooner than later. So you see pitchers like today, the Dodgers threw out Urias, who started with the Dodgers at age 19. He was really young. He's been around for 7 years. This is his 7th year, and he seems like he's been around forever. That's because he started at 19.
Right. It's the same thing with Soto. He started when he was 19.
Yeah. I mean, he's totally the exception. I mean, at 19. But then you saw guys like a Ronald Acuna started at what, 20?
Yep.
Fernando Tatis, I believe, was 20. Larry and Ryan, we have a little thing going with Luciano. I'm saying he'll be in the lineup if he's with the Giants or somebody else's lineup in 2024. I think he'll move pretty fast. If he gets healthy this year, I think he'll move through AA and he could even get to AAA. Probably not at this point. Finish at AA this year and start the year next year in AAA. And if he starts tearing up AAA, he could be here, even making a cameo appearance in 23. I don't think the Giants are going to try and hold these guys back. Farhan has said that he will move guys as long as they're showing they're ready to move. So, we'll have to see.
Now, here's a question. Being with all these processes you got, do you think Sabian would have gone with no problem? Like he would have done this deal? And do you think Farhan is going to be maybe trying to hold on to these prospects?
Oh man, that's a good question. For sure, Sabian would.
I think he would have done it. Yeah.
Sabian definitely mantra is trade your minor leaguers for good players, major league players. He didn't get burned often. He got burned in the Luis Castillo trade. They traded him to the Marlins for Casey McGee, who was a kind of a washed up third baseman. and you see what Luis Castillo has done with Cincinnati.
Right.
And, he's definitely probably the top pitcher on the market right now just because he's pitching well. I mean,
Right.
Rodon is definitely right there too. I mean, I think Rodon is probably one, but I don't know if he's
Castillo.
available. So, I mean, Castillo we know is getting traded for sure.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
mean, we know that. You can bank that. The Reds are selling, and he's their biggest piece. So you can be assured of that. Rebel 4044 says Farhan believes in incremental improvement. Well, Soto is definitely an improvement in all measures.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm encouraged tonight when I hear Kyle Harrison, what he did, because that tells me that we have the prospects to make the deal. It's just a matter if, one, Farhan's willing to do it, and two, if the Nationals are willing to, if that's what they're looking for. Rod Dunham, what is he saying? Let's take a vote. All in favor of analytics and platooning say yes. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get too many yeses in this chat. Unfortunately, the Giants have a roster built. That's the only way they can compete, though.
And you know what's sad is there's nothing wrong with analytics, just long as it's not just the primary focus of how you're running it. You use it to support what you're supposed to do rather than just being at the end all be all. And I think that's what's happening. I mean, this is why we got a team that's a bunch of platooners who aren't everyday players, and it's just ugh.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking at Boch was a guy that relied on analytics at times, but he used his game situations, and he used his gut. He didn't just rely completely on analytics. I mean, the way Kapler manages, you don't even need a manager. You just need, some analytic guy pushing the buttons and somebody down on the bench saying, okay, you're in,
exactly,
because that's what he does. MF says Vaughn $1.99. MF, you got to have a lot of money right now to just throw. Thank you though for the $1.99. Von Brown getting called up. Yes, Von Brown and what's the other guy we were calling up last night? Oh gosh, I can't even think right now who the other person was. But
would it not Casey Schmidt, was it?
No. Larry had a guy he was joking about calling Hayden. Who was it? I got to look. I can't remember. Anyway, so is Ryan Murphy a Bobby Evans guy or a Farhan guy? I believe Rebel 444. I believe he is a Farhan guy.
Pretty sure. A Farhan guy.
Pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know if he was drafted by them or if he was in one of the trades, but I'm pretty sure he is in the Farhan.
One thing about that Von Brown, though, if you notice, his numbers are staying the same from what it was in low A to high A. I mean, he's not having much of a drop off.
Well, if that's the case, just keep promoting him. He's 24 years old, I believe, right?
That's the issue right there.
So you want to move a guy like that fairly quick. You don't want to move him too quick where he's gets overwhelmed. You still want to develop him. But I mean, if he could be here, if he's that talented and you see what he does at AA and then at AAA, then maybe you have something. I think AA will be the key. What does he do at AA level? But 24 is kind of old for a prospect, but Yaz.
Look what that Patrick Wisdom's doing with the Cubs.
Right,
he's 30 years old. He's tearing the cover off the ball.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, and Yaz was kind of that way for a while.
Yeah,
and then it kind of went away, but that's I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of torn on the prospect thing of, like, to me, a guy like Von Brown, haven't seen him, but you want to see what he can do but you don't want to wait till a guy's 28, 29.
Right.
The Giants are notorious for that. I mean, you're looking at Yaz, you've seen Jason Crazon, who's like, not a prospect, but he comes up for a little bit just to fill in. He's 30 something, his first crack at the majors. Guys that have, guys that have a track record of success in the minors, generally, if they do it consistently early on and they go through the ranks and they're successful at each level, they tend to get here quicker. Guys that stay in the minor leagues a long time and then make it to the majors and have some success, they tend to revert back to why they were in the minors.
Right.
I mean, Yaz is an example of that. Why was he in the minors for so long?
Right.
Well, he came up here. He had really good year in 2020. And 2019, he did pretty good. That was Bochy's last year. 2020 had a good year. And then last year and this year, we're seeing kind of different level.
Right.
Then look at Max Muncy. Guy was stuck in the A system, did nothing, comes up and tears the cover off the ball for 2-3 years with the Dodgers, where everybody said this is a legitimate star. Now he's hitting, what is Max Muncy hitting? Under 200?
I don't think he's even batting
150?
Yeah.
I bet he's hitting like 150. Let me look.
Yeah, it's something like that.
He was in the lineup today. Yeah, he played third base. Max Muncy is batting 153.
Yep.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if he's still battling that injury. Remember he broke his elbow or something last year?
Yeah, Patrick Bailey, MF, donates another $4.99, says Patrick Bailey is batting 193 and Hunter Bishop is batting 229. Why do we trust Farhan? He can scout. Well, Farhan is relying on his scouts. He's probably doing a little bit of scouting, but he's got paid scouts and a staff to go out and do that. I'll tell you, Hunter Bishop, by all indications and by all the top scouts in baseball, in that draft of 20, was that
2020,
19?
wasn't it?
I think it was 19. I think it was 19. Yeah, it was 19. He was the best athlete in the draft. Everybody said he was the best athlete. I mean, he's kind of plays center field. He's fast. He's rangy. He's tall like Cody Bellinger. He's got great speed. I think he was going to be a walk-on receiver at the Washington State wide receiver. So he's a very gifted athlete, hits for power. Don't give up yet on Hunter Bishop. I mean, 229. I don't know if they're pulling the shift down there in high A, if they allow that, and if that's an issue, if he's making contact. I need to look up his stats and see what his K ratio is and everything. But I'm not ready to give up on Hunter Bishop because he's hitting 229. Because some guys, he was hurt. He missed a whole season.
Yeah, he
I
missed
believe,
a long time.
A lot of last year. And then he missed almost all of 2020 with the pandemic. And then
2020. Yeah, that affected a lot of players. Yeah.
So Hunter Bishop is a guy that I believe has some talent. And when I looked at all of the top guys that know, the scouting heads of MLB, they were saying that he was the top talent in the draft as far as raw talent. So we'll see. Any other comments we got here?
Hey, maybe that Kyle Harrison outing bumped up the Giants' chances. Maybe it's about 7% now, huh?
From Buster Olney?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. To me, if I kind of feel like this, if something were to happen in the Soto deal and Harrison is something that obviously involved and the Nats want him, I don't know. Maybe the Nats want to see one more start.
Maybe. Next
week sometime. And they have the time to do that. Or maybe Farhan can, apply the pressure and say, hey, we want to get it now. My team needs a spark. We're here. Here's my guys. And because instead of waiting till next week, I'll throw in one more lower level prospect, someone in 28, 29, 30, 35, 40. I'll give you one more prospect to do it now because my team needs a spark.
Well, you saw that report. I guess Nationals are asking 4 to 5 either prospects or MLB players.
Yeah, guys with serviceable time that are not ready for arbitration. The Giants really only have a couple of those guys, and I know Wade may not be that valuable to people, but he is a guy that doesn't have a lot of service time, so he's not eligible for arbitration. Gonzalez is another one, and David VR. Those are your guys, or Duvall. And to me, I would want to keep Gonzalez if I could, because I think he is a guy that would fit in to the long-term plan because he's young and he's fast and he makes contact.
He gets on base.
He gets on base, he makes contact, and he can hit against lefties. So to me, if I'm the Giants and I'm running that club, I'm throwing out Slater out there every day right now. I'm throwing Gonzalez out there every day, and I'm probably got Jock in there either in the field or at DH, and my other outfielders probably, I don't know, Yaz, I guess. They don't have a lot really to deal with.
So it'd be pretty much all prospects then.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other thing I would do, Romo, at this point, if they're going to keep losing, bring up Ramos and just stick him in the lineup every day. Just, if you're not going to go for it and you start doing some selling, I think you can do some things really creative around this team. Like let's say they somehow in a miracle got Juan Soto here in the next week. Then I would trade, and I might just say, forget this year. I'm going for next year. I might trade Rodon for a Marte or Velope of the Yankees and get their top prospect. And then I might bring up Ramos and see what he's got and start playing him every day. And I might just really start looking for, getting some of the top prospects in baseball who are.
That would make sense. You give up prospects to get Soto, but then you could get some back when you trade Rodon. I mean, that could be a win-win.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. And then if you there's all kinds of things. So, and if you don't get Soto, you definitely want to trade Rodon. You definitely trade Rodon and get your prospect.
Yep.
So, and we're going to run. Yeah, I was just going to get to that. And let's one of the things, donate some more likes to the like button if you haven't done so already. Yeah, we want to get those likes and subscribes up. So if you guys can do that, we definitely want to get that done. So, but let's do some ads right now and get that done, and then we'll come back and we'll close with some final thoughts here.
Larry Kruger here for Telmetrics. Thanks to Casey Bateman and the good people at Telmetrics. If you're an occupational therapist, if you're an orthopedic surgeon, a chiropractor, a physical therapist of any kind, Telmetrics is designed for you to use in your practice and will greatly benefit your patients. Telmetrics uses computer vision and artificial intelligence and provides a platform for outpatient rehab therapy services, both in the clinical and the telehealth environments. So using Telmetrics can improve your patient's experience and much more. So for all your sports injury needs, or if you're a physical rehabilitation specialist of any kind, call and make sure you use telmetrics.co, TELMETRIX.co. And thanks to Casey Bateman and all the good people at Telmetrics for being a proud sponsor of the Krueg. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Dan Coccimilgio. Dan is a buddy, and he is a phenomenal retirement planning specialist. And you can contact him today at securemoney.com or at his number 925-628-9966. There's a lot of uncertainty in our world right now, and you want to make sure that your money is secure. That is the key. Danny's got 25 years of experience, born and raised right here in the Bay Area, and he can help you get an immediate 10% premium bonus on your principal retirement account. So give him a call, 925-628-9966. He'll make an appointment with you, and you can sit down. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of a deal. He'll consult with you and come up with a strategy to get you going to where you want to be. Once again, 925-628-9966, securemoney.com on the web. And thanks to Dan Coccimilgio and all the people at Secure Money for being proud sponsors of the Krueg Show. And thanks to Tony Cassera and the good people at Cassera's Italian Menswear. They are housing the Krueg Show t-shirts, and they're a proud sponsor of the show as well. The Krueg Show t-shirt, the Krueg Show podcast t-shirt is available there at their store in Dublin. Their address is 7372 San Ramon Road in Dublin, California. And go see Tony Cassera and get yourself a Krueg Show t-shirt and support the show. And special thanks to our sponsor, New York Style Italian Sausage. That's right, NewYorkStyleSausage.com is their website. Phenomenal product, whether it's the breakfast sausage, the Italian mild, the Italian spicy, the chorizo. You cannot go wrong with New York Style Italian Sausage. Once again, NewYorkStyleSausage.com, often imitated, never equaled. And they are a proud sponsor of the Krueg Show. Thanks to them as well.
We grew up with a Sunday dinner. That means no matter how busy you were, no matter where the hell you were, you came to dinner on a Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday dinner without sausage, it's like a church without God. You know, how can you go to church if you don't believe in God? You know, and along with the sausage also became the discussions. That was discussion night. You know, it wasn't a typical family that you sit there and you're quiet, you know, and you don't talk with a mouthful. Oh no, man. Italians talk when they're eating. Italians even talk when they're sleeping. And definitely we talk with our hands. So if we can't express it through our mouth, through our lips, we express it with our hands. So, and that's what sausage is, really. It's an expression, you know, that life is good.
All right. Very good. The Pasquale, you know, we're going to have to close this thing out because I didn't get dinner tonight, and I have still got to eat, and this thing is waiting for me. I've got to get my completes in because, man, this hearty meal, you know what this thing, only 220 calories, though. I might have to eat 3 or 4 of these to get my full calories in. So anyway, no, we're just having some fun here, guys, as usual. But another frustrating loss tonight with the Giants. Who do we got in? Who do we have here?
Hey, what's up? It's me, Chuck Schillinger. You guys like the party or what? Am I in the right room?
Hey, Chuck, how you been?
Feeling Chuck Schillinger. You guys like the party or what? Am I in the right room?
Yeah, you're in the right room, Chuck.
Fantastic.
Chuck Schillinger. Anything else to say, Chuck?
Not too much, man. Good job on your first show. It's hard to carry when you got, a tag team of 3 of pro wrestling. You're getting your rhythm with, Eric here, Romo. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And we'll have more presidents or elderly statesmen with strange feathered dusted hair. I think they used to powder these wigs like I'm wearing right now.
Yeah. If I could ever get Elon Musk into the room, I know I've made it. So
let me see if I can help you out on that one.
Hey, thanks, Chuck. I'm
saying there's a chance.
Really?
There's a chance. Yeah.
That would be hot. That would be dynamite.
That would be something right there.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we can get Elon in here. Oh, there we are. Great stuff. Very scientific analysis today.
Thanks, Elon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on with Twitter there? You gonna back out of it or?
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Twitter? Yeah, I just hijacked your show, Elon Musk, just like I hijacked Twitter. I like that. Now I'm hijacking the Krueg show. I might buy it. I might not buy it. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, buy it out. 44 billion. That's all we're asking.
Yeah. Well, we're going to see. I don't know if the robots that you've been using as people in the chat over here are real.
Well, have you seen my dogs?
No. Let me see. What you got?
I got Faith. This is Faith right here. She's
Oh,
always by my side. Hey, Buster
dog.
Boy, come over here.
Nice.
Come here, buddy. All right. Sit, buddy.
Oh, look at those great dogs. This is awesome.
You like
Yeah,
dogs,
Elon, I would probably trade for Soto for sure. Yeah, if I could just make some, like, just throw money and make the trades happen without all the contracts.
Why don't you buy the Giants?
Yeah, why don't you just buy the team? There.
It's a possibility, but now that you've gone for the mile run, whatever the fat topics of the night are, I'm the guy that's commenting inside the thing. If you guys wanted to know.
Wow, how do you really are intelligent. You can just jump right in and hack into the show and make comments.
That's what I do, man.
Wow.
So I'm going to let you go. You guys have a great night, man. It's been awesome.
All right. No donations, Elon?
Yeah. I'll donate.
Mark Graves says you need to donate.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, we're about ready to go to our final thoughts here. What do you got, Romo? What do you think after watching the Giants go 7-2 before the break? Get your hopes up, come out of the break, and just really look awful.
Flat, and that's the one thing I was worried about on the break. It came at the worst time. They're on a roll. They're kind of getting something together there, and then you hit the break. They come back, and the errors, the defense. I mean, miraculously today there was no errors, but they still didn't do much until the end of the game. But going against Kershaw, they never do well against Kershaw. Joe Panic's not on the team, so there will be no home runs. So,
yeah, it's a it's tough because they did hit the break at the wrong time. They just did. It was a very difficult time because they were hot and you take 3 days off, and baseball's,
repetition.
Not like football where you want that break, you want a break because you're tired, you got a lot of injuries and you need to get a bye week. And in football, it's like, oh, the bye couldn't have come at a better time. Doesn't matter if you won 5 in a row or lost 5 in a row. You want that break. When you get hot,
you want to stay on it. Yeah.
You want to just keep playing.
Yeah.
And this really, Giants are going to have to turn it around. So they've got 9 days, basically the next 9 games. Tomorrow against LA, 3 in Arizona, then 4 against the Cubs at home, and then 1 game with the Dodgers before the trade deadline. So we'll see what happens. This next 9 games will be very telling. I'm going to say the fact that they've got the Dodgers in 2 of those 9 games.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough. One in LA, 1 in San Francisco. So you hope maybe you can split there. You go 1-1. And then you've got 3 in Arizona and the other 4 against the Cubs. So you really need to go at least 5-4.
Yeah.
But the thing is they're probably not going. That's not even going to push them out of it because the Cardinals aren't playing great. They won today, so the Giants are really only like 2 out of the wild card position.
Right.
And so they're probably going to hang in there for the next 9 days unless they lose 8 or 9. But otherwise, if they win 5-4, they're going to be still in it, and there's going to be a lot of decisions to be made. But I think the thing to do is trade Rodon because you're going to lose him. Get a top prospect where you can, and move forward. So,
Right.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We're let me see if we have any last comments. So wait a minute. The Krueg Show is going to send me to the sausage convention. I get to go next time instead of Larry. Thanks. So if I get to go to this sausage convention and I can meet Pasquale and show him what I've got, that'll be great. But and then Mercedes says Dan will be the guest speaker at the next. Yep, I'll be the guest speaker at the next sausage convention. So, but anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow at after the Giants game, right after the last pitch. So somewhere around 4:30. Be looking at your YouTube, and if you haven't already done so, hit like and subscribe. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you asked for. Careful, whatever you bring me, getting handled. I answer to no one, I don't need to hassle. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at.